little guy.
Portable Joe, we call him.
So is it fair to say that the trouble with the Portland couple is done? Or maybe...
I hope they come back.
They're so good.
They are so despicable.
So good.
I so enjoy disliking them. I hope they come back. But no, it seems to be resolved for now. But that was so well played.
It was like the writers just took all of their anger and frustration out on Los Angeles hipsters and funneled it into two characters. It was perfect.
How much did we alienate Portland with that story?
Yeah, that's a good
You know, that was a great story because just recently, this longtime bar where everybody loved to go in Bucktown, they announced that it's going to close. The owners decided not to renew it. So it's totally fit with what's happening.
Yeah, well, Bucktown, you know, all of those areas are becoming more family-oriented. Everyone's moving in, so maybe, you know, the loud, rambunctious bars are they're not long for this one.
Are your characters involved in the crossover thing?
It says I am, but I'm not.
Well, minimally.
Minimally, yeah.
What we're contributing to the crossover is more of the sort of the patchwork of the three shows. I think you will see us waiting in the emergency room or waiting in the waiting room at the hospital to determine the fate of someone.
Yeah.
So I don't think we do much. I don't think we're engaged much in that story, but we are sort of part of the group that's peppered into the other shows.
What do you think of this opportunity to jump show? Pretty unique, I guess.
Yeah, that's never really been done before. 3 shows. So, and I think as an audience member, I love television shows that do like I loved Arrested Development because they would throw back a joke from season 2 that premiered in the first episode. I love stuff like that because it adds a sense of the writers are actually they really know what they're doing.
Right.
They have a sense of the universe. And I think as an audience member, it's really exciting to see, hey, Mount is sitting in the background of the hospital. He doesn't have any lines. He's just existing.
Simply because you're not used to seeing. If this happened all the time, it would just really not be any kind of big deal. But I think it just sort of, the novelty of it just catches your attention.
I think Arrested Development could have an actor from Cougar Town in the background, just as a
they cross shows, and people figured that out years after the show. It was nuts. That was unprecedented.
Characters always cross over, just not announced as a crossover thematic trio. Have either of you done any med stuff in the med episode?
Not med yet. I've done PD. You've done med?
No.
Just this is
just the thing that we just did, yeah. No, but likewise, I've had little appearances on PD that aren't related to the crossover storyline. I think that's every episode of all of the shows. There will be somebody visiting from one of the others.
It makes it a really unique set of shows.
Oh yeah, it binds our fictional universe.
Yeah.
We were talking to Amy about the Notch TV storyline. How great is it for you to work with someone you've known for so long in Chicago?
Oh, do you know, I mean, because I'm a Chicago theater actor for 20-something years, do you know how jealous all my actor friends are that I get to have a love relationship with Amy Morton? No, it's pretty delightful. And then she's one of my favorite actors, period. And she's a monster on stage. She's so compelling to watch. We did Cuckoo's Nest together 15 years ago, and she was Nurse Ratched. I was understudying Gary Sinise as McMurphy. I got to go on like 9 times and, play that relationship, that antagonistic relationship with her. And she's always the most powerful person in the scene. So, if you're doing anything, we had a couple of scenes where we're trying to examine our relationship, for its future potential or whatever. And after each take, I found myself thinking, I hope I acted in that scene and I didn't just watch Amy be wonderful. Yeah, she's fantastic. I'm very, very lucky.
Themes that has come up that people have said is the obvious of everybody being together. Everybody's kind of silencing their voice. What are some of the conflicts you're dealing with? What's kind of the focus on how they're going to deal with this?
storylines is Joe Cruz starts delving back into sort of the dark underbelly of Chicago crime to help pull a character out of a gang. And Herman and I decide we're going to take this character and we're going to give him a job at Molly's just to help him turn his life around. And that character does something very unspeakable to our group. And so he's on the run, and for me as a character, it's tough to sort of have been a part of making that decision that has now impacted all 3 shows. You know, Otis isn't used to making decisions like that, so I think it's going to be on his conscience, and he's going to be dealing with that for quite some time.
I don't think that necessarily applies to Mouch, because Mouch, there's a little bit of a detachment with him. You know, I think part of it is the whole idea that geography is destiny. I'm over on the couch all the time, and usually all the stuff's going on kind of behind me, and I'll call back every once in a while. But I think usually Mouch kind of watches what's going on and silently judges, or quietly predicts doom. You know,
Locally judges.
well, yeah, he's fairly pessimistic in nature, and I think usually, sometimes I will make the choice to support something if I haven't really been given an opinion to have about it. I will non-verbally decide I'm in favor of this thing. I've decided that I like this guy that Cruz is trying to help out. I decide that I'm going to be friendly with this 35-pound tortoise that's sitting on the couch with me. What did you say? Did you say 35-pound tortoise sitting on the couch with me? I believe you heard me correctly.
What is it like working on a show that's so city-centric, where Chicago's a main character?
It definitely adds to the diversity in just where we film. It's amazing because I like to joke that we're the firehouse in the sky. Somehow we'll be filming on the north side and then we'll have a fire in the deep south side, and somehow that makes sense. But if you notice, the skyline's always in the distance, and I think that's the beautiful part about the city. It's so photogenic.
And the name of the city being in the title of the show, I think all of that contributes to this has become sort of a destination for people who, I can't tell you how many people have shown up wherever we're shooting and saying, we came from Australia to watch you guys shoot. And I think that's part of the idea of like, let's go to Chicago and just roll the dice and hope that somehow or other we run into the guys shooting that show. Sometimes it's a very, very reckless play on their part, but often they show up right where we are. I mean, it happens pretty frequently. And when I used Australia as an example, it seems to be Australia a lot.
Australia, Germany.
Yeah, Germany. A lot of German fans come here just to sort of come to the actual firehouse that we shoot at once in a while.
You guys expected to be on the end of this? Even Spike Lee's coming out with a movie that's set in Chicago, for it to be something that conversations are happening and you guys are continuing.
Yeah, there may have been a certain amount of right place, right time to it.
Could have been, yeah.
I mean, if it would have been anywhere else, I'm 90% sure I would not be on the show. Because I was here waiting for a show to come to me. I've been here 25 years, just sitting patiently, waiting for a big Dick Wolf show to show up and let me in.
Have you guys prepped for this role? Do you work a lot with firefighters beforehand, or do you still
It's a constant process. I think we always have a liaison on set. If there's a new thing that we have to do, they're constantly trying to help us make sure it's as real as possible. We did do 2 days at the Academy at the beginning of season 1. That was very informative and exhausting.
We're surrounded by real firefighters, so if it's a simple question, and it usually is a fairly simple question, how would you carry this if you were going up the aerial ladder with it? The guys are always perfectly helpful. They always want to, help us get it right. So yeah, we're pretty fortunate to have that resource just surrounding us all the time. And to prepare, I log a lot of hours on the couch, so that when I'm sitting on that couch, you believe it.
Oh man,
you believe
method
it.
actor right there.
You could be a TV critic.